Hi everyone. Over the month of September, we asked all of our residents from all over Australia to submit their go-to dish to make in the kitchen at the village. These dishes needed to be affordable, healthy, and generally easy to prepare. From there, we chose 5 lucky winners from each state to fly into Sydney and compete in a cook-off against one another under the guidance of our celebrity chef, Wong. So everyone's in the kitchen now, let's meet our contestants.
Hi, I'm Melissa T from Sydney Uni Village. I submitted a steak picture as well. So I love cooking steak. It's the easiest to cook and very cheap as well. So much cheaper than Malaysia.
So I'm Marin from Griffith University Village. It's a Mexican filled omelette, so it kind of looks like a taco wrap, but the wrap is an omelette instead of the tortilla, filled with avocados and good flavors from Mexico.
Hi, I'm Yoga. I'm from ECU Village, Mount Lodin. The one that got picked was the chicken curry. So it was a simple potatoes and chicken. I could make it in bulk, so every time I come from the class, I just make some rice, broccoli, eggs, eat it with the chicken curry. So I just store them in the fridge. I think it's easier for a student to make a bulk cooking.
I'm Amy and I'm from RMIT Village in Melbourne. It was like some carrot couscous and then with like some spicy chicken skewers.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm from UC Village in Canberra. It was the pancake with like fruits because I like pancakes and like brunch places is my favorite. So yeah.
I'm feeling very excited. This is my first cook-off in Sydney. I sense great competition here.
It's completely new for me, but really, a lot of flavors. So it's gonna be exciting to cook it.
It's quite mixed feelings, like very nervous and especially because like, you know, in the camera and all that, but it's very excited as well.
I'm excited to learn a new dish and hopefully cook it when I get back, and hoping it goes well, so a bit nervous.
Excited, nervous, everything, but mainly about cooking, just to improve my cooking and whatnot, learning a new dish.
It's fantastic meeting the 5 finalists. They look so happy. There's so much going on today, which I think every single one's going to learn something today. I'm just excited to see what they come up with.
So our contestants aren't just cooking any dish. This dish was designed by Wong himself to really set the students against each other and to give them a little bit of a challenge in the kitchen.
Today I've got a pangrattato tagliatelle. This here is a fantastic dish because it's a really simple dish. It uses a lot of flavor profiles, which is cupboard ready. Some of the ingredients that's in this dish is things like chili flakes, you've got anchovies, capers, you've got parmesan, got speck, garlic, lemons, shallots, and in this particular pangrattato we're going to actually put Brussels sprouts. Let's just start off first by cutting up some of the Brussels sprouts. So with the Brussels sprouts, you want to sort of cut out half of it. Then I would literally just go through and as thin as you can possibly get it. Now, the next step is the garlic. I just smash it. Once you've done that, finely slice it. Now, the shallots, same thing. Cutting other end. I hope this is not too complicated so far. It's pretty simple, right? Now, this here is speck, and this one here is quite smoky. Now, with the speck itself, I'm going to finely cut this up so that you've got lovely crisp bits. Now, the water by now that's in the little pot should be about boiling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a healthy, I would say, 2 teaspoons worth of salt. It almost needs to taste like the ocean, okay? So we're going to heat up the pan. Now with the pan itself, this is to make the pangrattato. So we've got our Brussels sprouts, we've got our garlic and shallots, and we have the speck. With that, another wonderful ingredient is virgin olive oil. Put a little bit of that on here. This is the speck. As that's sizzling away, the other thing we have is capers. Now capers adds a really lovely acidity to the pangrattato, but I would use probably around a tablespoon worth of capers. Lightly chop that up. So with that bubbling away, I'm going to put in the rest of the aromats, which is your garlic and shallots. And you'll start to smell that aroma coming up very quickly. With the anchovies, I'm going to put 1 to 2 slices of the anchovy just to give it more flavoring. What will happen is that this doesn't stay as anchovies. When you actually have it in here, it will actually dissolve in this and become a flavor rather than an actual ingredient. In with that, I'm going to put the capers so it can start cooking and infusing its flavor into this mix. And at the same time, about a teaspoon of chili flakes. So about a teaspoon. Now, you can see the speck is starting to sort of become golden brown. So as it's just starting to sort of turn, that's when I'm going to put my Brussels sprouts in there. Brussels sprouts in. Now, as that's sort of crisping up a little bit more, I'm going to cut up some of the herbs that's going to go into this. So a little small handful of flat leaf parsley, and I've also got some thyme. Quickly chop that up and throw that in there. So then with that, I'm going to just put about half a cup of panko crumbs in here, and then lemon zest. So while that's sort of browning a little bit, I'm now going to throw in my pasta in the salted water. Don't forget to move it around a little bit. So you're going to cook the pasta for roughly about 3 to 4 minutes. You don't want it to be overcooked. Okay, so that one's ready. Now into the pasta itself, I'm going to put a little bit of garlic, some butter, and I've also got some shallots. Now you can see with the pasta, al dente means that it's slightly undercooked. Because this is quite a thin tagliatelle, I don't want to overcook this very much because later on it will actually soak up the water. So do not throw the pasta water away because we're going to use that again. Just straight in here, even if it's got a bit of water. You want the pasta water to help you loosen up the pasta. Switch that around. Now for the plating. Like so. Then we have our pan grattato that goes on top. So I'm just going to now put this over top. This gives it its crunch and flavor. And we then are going to take our Parmigiano Reggiano and we're going to just shave some of this finely shaved Parmigiano over the top of it. There you have it.
I think this is very interesting. I'm going to cook this and show my mom. Look at this, I can cook something.
It was a new flavor to me, but the ingredients were familiar, so I can easily put that into my daily dishes.
It's like really tasty, and then it doesn't feel like it's very full and filling. Like salad sort of.
I actually haven't tried dry pasta before, and I quite like this. I like crunchy elements in my dish, and I really like it. I think I might just cook it tonight and like show all my friends how to do it.
Well, I'll definitely cook it with my roommate when I get back, and yeah, hopefully she'll like it.
So now that our contestants have seen how it's done in the kitchen, it's time to put their skills to the test.
I'm really excited about this cook. So if you guys are ready, your time starts now.
I think it's gonna be a very rush, like 25 minutes, very short. You have to be very fast.
It's a bit messy at first, and then start getting better and better.
And yeah, everything was very intense. I tried to like be very focused and very serious about it.
Seeing some of the shaking, they were definitely under the pump, which is lovely to sort of see. Cooking should be fun. You should be in your happy place.
I just was too excited in the beginning, so I had a little accident. So a little bit shaky on the hands.
I cut my finger, but I tried to catch up after that.
It does happen. The kitchen's a dangerous place. Safety first.
Cutting is the main thing of this competition. Everything has to be very precise. That is something that I should practice more on next time.
You're doing great. You're all doing great. So there were some that were really meticulous in making sure they did exactly the same dish, and there were some that did a little bit of a twist. You know, all of them are right. You know, for food, there's no one way of doing things, and I just liked the way that the flair for each one came out.
What I did was I just used my own instinct, like what to put in, and then just go from there. I think to make it unique, you always have to, you know, put your own flavor into it. I think that makes it different than others. So I think I went all right.
And like in the end, I tried to be a bit different, and I like added a bit of lemon zest to make it a little bit more zesty, a bit more different from the others. And yeah, I hope I did fine.
To memorize what I should put in, I guess is the most challenging part, because I'm like, oh, what should I put next and all that. The way I present the dish, like I put it in the middle, so it looks, I don't know, I like it in the middle instead of the long ones.
When I cook at home, I'm really relaxed and kind of take my time and just chill out a little bit. Whereas here, I was the slowest, I think, out of everyone. I found it a bit more stressful than I thought, but I think it went okay and I'm pretty happy with the outcome.
I felt like I managed to control the pasta and stuff, so from what I tasted, I felt like it was a little bit well balanced. I hope I didn't have too little flavor, but we'll see how it goes, what the judges says.
I am so proud of every single one. All 5 of them did such an amazing job, you know, to be able to take a recipe for the first time and did what they did, the techniques they showed, the way that they did it, and they cooked with a lot of love. It was a beautiful thing to see.
Okay, so now that all the cooking's done in the kitchen, it's time for the tasting and the scoring. So Jimmy, myself, and former resident from UNSW Village Kasan are going to taste, give scores, and then decide who the national winner is. All right, guys, it's been a really, really long day, and I know you're all very tired, but you've done a fantastic job, and I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for being here and putting all of your effort in. Jimmy, Cass, and myself are really happy. Jimmy's very proud of what you've done with his dish. So, our scores today, it was very tricky. You all had dishes that did something that were completely different from one another. It was all individual takes on something very interesting. So, I really loved watching Catherine cook. I feel like she was smiling a lot of the time, so I think she was really enjoying it, and I love to see that. I feel like the thyme garnish was a great touch, but I also wanted to taste a little bit more chili in there. There just wasn't enough for me.
You know, she's done such a great job. I think, you know, her prep and the way that she got everything together was really good. The only reason why I think there was a couple of the flavor profiles that weren't really highlighted well enough, and also I guess the pangrattata didn't have that texture as I wanted. It was still a little bit soft.
Her dish was good, it was solid, but I did think it was a bit lacking in the flavour. So she did really well though. I think she followed everything on the recipe, but yeah, I think it was just missing that little oomph.
So I give Catherine a 3.
I give Catherine a 3.
I gave Catherine a 3.
We gave you a 9 out of 15. Congratulations. Really, really good job. Congratulations.
Amy from Melbourne also did a great job. You know, she did struggle a little bit at times, but I think, you know, she's done such a wonderful job. A lot of her timing was good, but you know, she just needs to pick that up a little bit. I think she struggled a couple of times with timing, particularly towards the end, but overall she did a really good job, and I'm just very proud of her.
Her pasta I liked, it was cooked really well, but she didn't have enough pangrattata on the top of her dish, and the flavour was good, but it was a bit lacking in the smokiness. Yeah, I think she could have cooked the pangrattata a bit more.
Amy was really interesting to watch. I feel that I'm a lot similar to her in the fact that I just take my time in the kitchen, and I love that she's like that as well. You know, she kind of just likes to enjoy herself and not really worry about the time constraint. In these circumstances though, I feel that due to the time constraint, a few things fell short, mostly just in the portion sense of things. So I would have liked to have seen a little bit more pasta with the pangrattata, but overall I give Amy a 3.
I gave Amy a 3.
I gave Amy a 3.
Amy, we also gave you a 9 out of 15. We thought that you did really, really well given the time constraints, and you did a fantastic job. Yeah.
Yoga, you know, like he was interesting. I think out of all of them, probably put the most twist to this particular recipe. He did a lot more chilies. The way that he sort of, I guess, did his mise en place was quite different. Like he threw it all together, and then he added chilies at the end. You know, there was a lot of toastiness to the pangrattata, and there was, you know, a really lovely, I don't know, lemony flavour also to his pasta.
Yoga was very serious and very switched on. It was cool to watch because he was taking it very seriously, and you could tell he had that determination. Although he wasn't necessarily following the recipe to a T, I did like to see how he just put his own flair on it. The kick was really in the chili there. I love the chili, but I feel like it may have distracted a little bit from the other flavours.
I really enjoyed the dish overall. I think it deviated a little bit from Jimmy's, but yeah, had his own touch. Did like the garnish on the top. He put a little lemon twist, which was cool. I gave yoga a 4.
I give yoga a 3.
I gave yoga a 4.
Yoga, we gave you an 11 out of 15. Very well done. Melissa was really great to watch. She was very determined to put herself out there and prove herself. Standing next to Yoga as well, I think she did pretty well. I loved her presentation. I thought she was quite meticulous there. Her plating was very clean.
Melissa, I liked her lemon zest. I think she put a nice little twist of her own and yeah, added a bit of flavour, good balance with the chili, and the pasta was cooked really well as well.
Melissa, you know, what a lovely girl. I think she was a little bit nervous to start off with, but she's done quite a great job. With her cooking itself, I think there was a bit of a problem in regards to the pasta. I think she overcooked that a little bit. Flavor-wise, she's done quite a great job. When I was watching a lot of the mise en place or the prep, there was a few things she missed out from the recipe. At the end, it was about the tasting. Her tasting was quite good. I gave Melissa a 4.
I gave Melissa a 4.
I give Melissa a 4. Melissa, we gave you a 12 out of 15. Really good job. I thought Maren did really well. She was a little bit nervous, I feel, but I think that the texture of her pasta was really great and it stood out among the rest. And I feel like she incorporated all of the flavours of the dish really well. There was a good balance there.
Maren, I think she did quite well. Her dish was probably the truest form to Jimmy's. She was really generous with her pancrettata and her pasta was cooked really well. Overall, the flavours were nice, solid dish.
Maren in the middle did a really good job. I was watching it through the cook and also after tasting it. Her technique was flawless. You know, she had really good knife skills. A lot of what she did during the cook, I think, was really showing a lot of skills. She did say that she learned that from her mum, so well done, mum. But what I liked the most after tasting it, probably out of most of them, that one tasted most like mine. I gave Maren a 5.
I give Maren a 4.
I gave Maren a 5.
And lucky last, and the national winner of Village Bites is Maren Lees. Well done, we gave you 14 out of 15.
Yeah, it's just super exciting just for coming here for the study part and then being able to be part of this little adventure for me. It's just, yeah, really cool. I'm just overwhelmed. It's a lot of fun. It's been a really cool day. The whole experience, getting the trip down here, it's been so much fun, and to get the prize in the end was just super cool. Yeah.
Congratulations, you are the winner of Village Bites.
Well done.